Hi again. So the second part of today's topic is why user story are not estimated in hours. So first of all, 1 hour in developer's time doesn't equal to 1 hour of delivery time. Do you agree to this point? So there can be many other work, to take into an account too. You have to plan for it. Suppose whenever you take any user story or any work to do, you have to plan for it. You have to think about it, talk about it, and then develop it. It requires translations, learnings, education, and also not to forget the rollout efforts, right? So all in all, it's a complex venture. Say now, if your team estimates in hours, there's a chance of having a lot of discussions based on the seniority or the skills of the developers doing the job. So for you, it's a 1 day, but for me, it will be at least three. And last but not the least, people normally get caught up on time estimations. So you said it will be done in a week. So what are you doing here, working on the same thing on the second week, right? Like it makes people pressurized. Estimating in time is easily taken as a guarantee rather than an estimation. It put unwanted pressure on the people, and I hope I'm making sense here, right? So that's the reason we estimate the effort in story points, and the story points do not equal time. Therefore, it should not be converted to just hours. Unlike us, story points don't take into account the skill level or the experience of the developer with that type of work, and even the mood of the person. How is the mood of the person on that particular day or that particular week when he's actually taking up the work. Story point is directly affected by the complexity and the other factors. And to give a few examples, maybe think about the dependencies, risk, uncertainties, testing, whether you do unit testing, automated testing, the repetitiveness of the work, criticality, and there can be many more. So what do we estimate then? Right? What do we estimate? We estimate the complexity of the whole solution up until we reach the definition of done. And this definition of done is defined by the Scrum team itself, right? So let's break it down with an example. So we all know, right? In India, Diwali is a major festival, and Diwali is coming up, right? And in a month's time, it will be there. So Diwali is coming up, and you want to get your house painted. So you have a bunch of say 10 by 10 walls that needs to be painted. So you called a company A, and they use ours. So now they have come and they survey, and the guy who came for the survey that day says that okay, it should take around half an hour per wall. Okay, so let's estimate your price. So now when the time comes for the actual painting, they sent a guy who takes around 45 minutes to paint, per wall. This guy was newly recruited by the company, and he's still under an intern. So it's taking him more time than the usual painter does. So now, to make sure that he delivers within the time estimated, he started cutting corners. He is compromising with the quality, right? So it's like they never really had a set baseline. They just threw it in the wind, and whoever showed up had to meet that exact number of hours, the commitment which was actually given by someone else to get this work done, right? Now say I go to company B who do story points, right? So what does it's as a 1 point to paint a 10 by 10 wall. So now say one of the wall has a big window in it, and it has a light switch, and also say a mural art which need to be kept intact. So while painting this particular wall, these things need to be taped around, paint it with care and remove the tames when it's done. So this that takes double the amount of effort when painting a when it takes a double the amount of effort than painting a plain wall. So that will be a 2 pointer. So they give estimate based on that. They give 25 points. Okay, so okay, 25 points, not bad. But what does that mean? I still want a deadline, right? Like I want to know by when my house will get painted. I want to know when I can expect to receive something that I have paid for. Yeah. But the business that use agile processes like company B painting here, so they have intuitive timetable based on their past projects that they have done, or they know how many points they can handle in a work week. So that's something we call velocity in our scrum teams, right? Say this company can handle 25 points per week, so they can say that okay, all the house will be painted by a week. It can be done in a week's time. So another reason to not use hourly estimation is because it promotes some diminishing behaviors and characteristics. To name a few, it promotes micromanagement, it instills a fear of failure among the developers, it creates dependency on the individuals, and there are many more, right? Uh, okay, so I hope I haven't confused you and you found the examples that I've quoted to be helpful. So this is actually a topic, on which I can talk for hours. The reason being, whenever I join a new team, I have to go through the sessions on a story point and estimation, and this is an area which actually confuses even the seasoned and experienced Scrum Masters and even the teams working on Agile from a long time. Yeah. So if you are still unsure about using story points over hours, just give it a try. I'll say just give it a try, and I'll assure you that the only story you are going to tell everyone in future is about how successful your team, your product, and your organization is. Okay. Thanks for listening. Cheers.